It just became stone, that's all. That's why it is life size. The very body, how he is standing, he just became Archavatara. Archa means the incarnation standing in Tirumala and gracing the whole world, whole universe, showering wealth, health, and all the spiritual benefits.
And yes, that was what this brain confusion revealed about Bhagavan Venkateshwara. And today you will be learning some powerful cognitions. So powerful cognitions that you will be learning is about the sacred science of our Samadhi, about Venkateshwara, and powerful cognitions about wealth and abundance, and what is blocking your wealth and how to manifest wealth and abundance in your life.
And we will be learning all of these sciences and powerful cognitions through the four padas in the Agama, the Kriya Pada, which raises the electromagnetic force of your existence and connects you with God. The Charya Pada, the lifestyle of living enlightenment, Jiva, self, connecting with all dimensions of the world. The Yoga Pada, raising your Kundalini Shakti and connecting with Paramashiva, and the Jnana Pada, bringing Paramashiva in your being and making him manifest in you.
And you will achieve all of this by listening, by internalizing, and by manifesting powerful cognitions, and ultimately by receiving the darshan and diksha of Bhagavan Venkateshwara manifesting through his own consciousness. So now let us have a small introduction of what exactly the Bhava Samadhi darshan is. So Samadhi means one with the source, and Adi means, so Sama means one and Adi means source. So Samadhi means one with the source, and Bhava means attitude or aspect. So Bhava Samadhi means being one with the source through this aspect.
So the aspect of Bhava you choose through that Bhava, being one with the source, Samadhi is Bhava Samadhi. Knowing that this aspect, Bhava, is ultimate Adi and being in oneness, Sama, with that is Bhava Samadhi.
And a few fundamental understandings that all of us need to have about the science of Bhava Samadhi darshan is that divine cosmic beings are real. They manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnations. And divine cosmic beings manifest through Archavataras, deities in temples, and through Bhava Samadhi darshans in Nijavataras, incarnations.
Bhava Samadhi awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential energy in every human being. Awakening of the Kundalini Shakti results in extraordinary abilities expressing through us like the third eye awakening. The ability to have remote vision and the ability to scan anyone's body, levitation, teleportation, and materialization.
And this influx of superconscious energy that happens during the Bhava Samadhi darshan visibly slows down the aging process and improves immunity to disease. And with increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, and transform all of our lives.
Having darshan or even a glimpse brings lasting transformation and cleansing lifetimes of karma and raising you to the next level of superconscious breakthrough, like hitting the reset button on your very being.
the Baba Samaj Darshan, another natural phenomenon which takes place in all of us is the mirroring of neurons. So our neurons mirror that of the avatar, and the mirroring neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. So that is, our entire body can silently and without movement recreate what is happening distances far away, experiencing subconscious energy radiated by the avatar. So now let's see a small introduction of who the Supreme Point of Hinduism is, the one who is giving us this pure and great science of the Bhava Samadhi. So the Supreme Point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilization and nation. And the Supreme Point of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva for Hinduism, recognized by his predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Point of Hinduism has made the science of our manifestation, yoga, and temple-based life universities a lifestyle for humanity.
And the Supreme Parashakti has been ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Kanchi Kailasa, is the incumbent emperor of the Suryavamshi Tulangi Samrajya, to the present 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Kailasonata Shamala Pita Satyakibinam, and is the present Mahamandaleshwar of the Mahanirvana Kada, the largest Pita order.
And the Supreme Point of Hinduism is the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of that Talakada, and the present 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Dharmamukti Swargapramadinam, and is elected as the Supreme Point of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders. And
the Supreme Concept of Hinduism is revered as a teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, read, and watched, and has authored over 300 books, 10,000 articles in 3 languages, English, Tamil, and Sanskrit, which have been translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles, has over 20 million copies of books and articles sold, read, and downloaded, and has over 10,000 hours of discourses, and has enriched and enriched over 1 billion lives digitally. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism is respected as the commentator of all the sacred scriptures, including the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, the Shiva Sutras, the Brahma Sutras, the Yoga Sutras, the Ashtavakra Gita, the Jain Sutras, and more.
And the Supreme Point of Hinduism is also honored as a leader of Hinduism, the most awarded, internationally recognized Hindu leader, the reviver of 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including the Kanyas and Vigras, Rishis and Rishikas, Bhairavas and Bhairavis and Sanyas, and is the establisher of the largest Hindu university, Kailasa's Nithyananda Hindu University in the world, with satellite campuses in 150 countries, and is the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems, the founder and reviver of over 100 Sarvagnipitas, and the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm-leaf scriptures, and over 20 million digital books.
So now that we know who the Supreme Parashakti is, let us now experience the manifestation of the extraordinary Shakti of Paramashiva Parashakti by the Gurukul Balasans and the initiated disciples of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, the Nithyananda Yoga. So we'll be entering into the demonstration of these extraordinary Shaktis very shortly. And in this segment, we will be understanding first what are the Shaktis and how we can manifest all of these Shaktis as well, how the Supreme Concept of Hinduism is initiated. All the disciples of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism into these extraordinary powers, and all about how we do manifest them.
Yes. So today, the Balasans, the Nithyananda Yogis, and the initiated disciples of the Supreme Point of Hinduism will be demonstrating and sharing with all of you the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation awakened in us through the Diksha, the initiation by the Avatar. And in today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, all of you will also be receiving the initiations into the third eye awakening and various other powers with the blessings and grace of Supreme Confidence. We will be manifesting the following powers of third eye, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded, as well as many other powers like the body scanning, remote vision, and much more. And for those of you who might be wondering where the third eye is located and how it works, the third eye is a cosmic browsing center located between the brows, which upon initiation, one can effortlessly express powers and see through the third eye just as you would with your two eyes. So now let us understand more about what exactly are these Shaktis, how they manifest, and what is their source. In the Vedas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis that can manifest in every human being. And the manifesting power, as in the Vedas and Agamas, as a system, a method in the science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. The Shakti is manifest from fundamental cognition that you are a divine and you need to manifest the divine, not that you are a man and you need to reach the divine. And here the foundation is that you are Paramashiva. Your unmanifest recognizes that you are Paramashiva, even if you have not yet manifested it. Understand, that is why what Paramashiva is revealing through this body and through the system, through this methodology and any samyama you do on powerful cognitions, you only manifest Shaktis, ours, not Siddhis. So this is revealed by the Supreme Confidence. Now, many of you might have heard the term Siddhis as a very common term used for any type of extraordinary manifestation. So let's look at the difference between Shaktis and Siddhis. So Shakti is expressed from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection with the divine and high integrity with the Guru and a source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis are powers that manifest on purpose or penance for enlightenment and are on the path of enlightenment. And a few more differences are the Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after the initiation by the avatar and are permanent, whereas Siddhis are not permanent and may divert you from enlightenment. And Paramashiva, the source of all these Shaktis, is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. And as the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakritya, or the 5 cosmic acts of Shrishti, which is creation, Sthiti, which is sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, which is rejuvenation, Throbhava, which is pulling out with illusion, and Anugraha, which is liberating grace for all living entities. And now, the avatar of Paramashiva, the supreme point of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasamidana, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, has come down as the 1000-year incarnation and representative of Kailasa, an ancient enlightened Hindu civilization in the great cosmic world distribution. And ever since the beginning of it was lived and taught as a lifestyle. And for the first time in modern day, the supreme point of Hinduism is reviving these yogic sciences and transmitting it to the world at a record-breaking pace which is never accomplished before. And all of this knowledge and these sciences are passed down from one generation to the next through the science of Diksha, which is initiation by enlightened gurus. And the supreme point of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age, was trained and taught these sciences to revive the initiations and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest the science of manifestation from the disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga and Yogic powers, Mantra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita, Bhakti Yoga, Paramashiva Jnana, Paramashiva Vijnana, and much more. So now let's see how we can awaken these divine Shaktis in us. How can you manifest these Shaktis for yourself? The supreme point of Hinduism beautifully says, every ultimate truth, jnana, is mapped into your consciousness, prajna, and manifests as a possibility and power of every being, prajna.
Diksha.
And the science of manifestation is authenticated through 4 aspects of evidences, or pramanas as said in Sanskrit. So the first is the Shastra Pramana, which are the eternal, unchangeable truths revealed in the source scriptures. And then the next is the Apta Pramana, which are the experiences and results of Aptas or of Hinduism. where the Vedic rishis and scientists have time tested and verified truth. The next is then the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. And now some of you might be wondering what exactly are these Vedas and Agamas, in which Paramashiva has described all of these sciences in a very elaborate way. So the Vedas are the ultimate superior authority for Hindus and are pure science where the ultimate truths are explained. And the Agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology and the applied sciences are expanded. So the Vedas and Agamas, the Veda Agamas, are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva. They are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truths. And a reference cited from these Shastras or source scriptures is called the Shastra Pramana. So now, let us all get ready to witness a very unique and very exciting demonstration of the power of third eye after we go through the Pramanas for the power of third eye, which is seeing with eyes blindfolded. So the Shastra Pramana for the power of third eye comes from the Nithyananda Paramashivam. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishtannilitalochanaha kramena manasodadyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam. And the translation for this verse is, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind and inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashiva. Bhagavad Gita. So Arjuna can behold Bhagavan Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. Bhagavan Krishna beautifully says to Arjuna, Natu maam shakyase drashtu manenaiva sachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyame yogamaishwaram. The translation of this verse is, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. So this is from the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains a description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form. And it is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye. And the next is the Atma Pramana,
Inside and outside broke.
Supreme Point Hinduism beautifully shares. The first experience that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree, and directions, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel and experience all of that as well. And the next is the Pratyaksha Pramana. So all of you can see here study measures were done on the brainwaves of the Supreme Point Hinduism himself using a positive emission tomography, a PET scan. And it was measured that when doing daily activities, there is high activity in the brain where the third eye is located, and when in deep samadhi state, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is active. And we will now be getting into the Sakshi Pramana, the live power. Yes, so now let us get into the live demonstration of this power. Yes, so here I have this I-band with me, which is certified by ophthalmologists. And in front, it is a thick opaque plastic sheet, and in the back, there is thick black sponge, which will not allow any type of light in. And into these two sockets over here, my eyes will be going into, and it will also be covering the bridge of the nose. So this I-band will be put on my eyes by a volunteer. And once that is done, any of you watching this live on YouTube, you can put your comments in the live YouTube comment section, and I will be reading out your comments. Now this I-band will be put on my eyes. Yes. So now the I-band has been put. You can move a little to the left. Yes. So now the I-band has been put. I will be turning to my right, left, up, and down. So all of you can see that the I-band has been put. There is no gaps anywhere. And now the YouTube comment section will be projected in front of me, and any of you will also be projecting it for you. And any of you watching this right now, you can put your comments in the live YouTube comment section, and I will be reading out the comments. So we have thank you Rumit, Aya and Sudama for becoming members of the Kailasa, and we welcome both of you to the Kailasa. And Rumit Lolaya has a green badge and Sudha Osama has a yellow badge. And both of their names has come in a green and Rumit Aya has become a member of Ikailasa Silver, and Ma Sudha Oza has become a Ikailasian Bronze. Yes. Then the comments are being projected in front of all of you, so you can all see. So watching us right now, you can put your comments in the YouTube comment section, and we will be reading out your comment. You can put anything that you would like me to read. And before that, I actually here have a Guaranteed Solutions book, which is one of Swamiji's books. And I will be opening a random page in front of all of you, the contents of this page. So I will be opening a random page. So I opened a random page, all of you can see. And now I will be reading out this page. So this is page number 214 and 215. And on page number 214 it says, the key is to understand the difference between doing things with awareness and doing things mechanically. Doing things in the former fashion will never be. In the latter way will bind you and cause misery to you. You will be a slave. To drop an addiction, flood it with awareness. It will transform in the right way. Remember, never think that you need to drop an addiction. Anything that you resist will persist. You simply need to transform it by deep awareness, that's all. When you understand the language of transformation, you are on the right track. You are on the path of openness. People tell me, Swamiji, it is very inspiring to listen to you talking. Now we have to apply it in our day-to-day life and see if it will work. So be very clear, I always tell only practical things. Never think that I tell things that can't be done in day-to-day life. Actually, all I am doing is repeating the same Vedanta but different words in the modern context, so that you feel that it is relevant to you, so that you can follow it. And there is another thing. If you read these ideas in a book, they will simply be moving from the head to of the writer to your own head. There is no scope for any experience. But when you listen to these words from the master, from someone who speaks to you from the experience of his soul, they will enter deep into you, whether you are aware of it or not. So you can all see the page. You can all see the page. And yes, anyone who would like to put your comments, you can put your comments. Yes, we have a comment from our Stephanie Dieters who has put oily lady moonlight warm Brugenner land and then a dog emoji, which it's the dog which leads blind people, that kind of dog. And there's one word or which I'm sure is a different language, and maybe even home, BOM is a different language. So it's COLLIE, and then lady moonlight, and then VOM, and then BRU with 2 dots on top, then GGENER, and then land, and then the dog emoji. So yes, we are projecting comments for you all, if you can see. So all of you can see the comment from Master from Jesus. Yes. So now, with that, I request the volunteer to now remove the eyeband. And we will now be moving to the next power, the power of body scanning. So anyone who would like body scan can put your comments in the YouTube comment section. Or if you can see the eyeband removed. Okay. So or if you can see the eyeband, it's just as it was before. And now we will be getting into the next power, the power of body scanning. So anyone who would like a body scan can put your comments in the YouTube comment section, and we will be doing a body scan for you after going through the brahmanas for the power of body scanning. So the first, the Shastra Pramana for the power of body scanning comes from Nithyananda Paramashivam. Swadehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshmatarani cha yani nilayam dyatvante vyajyate para. And the translation for this verse is: cognize deeply from the subtlest constitutive principles of your whole body, Swadeha, or the whole universe simultaneously consists of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi, Adi Shakti is revealed, and supreme power manifestation happens. And the next, the Atma Pramana for this comes from the life of a Siddha whose name is Tere. And he was one of the prominent disciples of Agastya. And one day a man suffering from severe headache comes to Agastya for healing. And Agastya then uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. He reveals that there is a small Tere healing. And Agastya then uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. He reveals that there is a small Tera, a type of frog, sitting in the person's brain. And Agastya immediately instructs his disciple Tera to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. And once the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of a headache, and thus Tera gains his name. And then the next is the Atma Pramana, which was revealed by the Supreme Pontiff himself on the 22nd of December 2019, of how he uses the power of body scanning. Paraphrasing his words: only when I had the multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go for surgery, and therefore for medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs. it was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods and set up medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through body scanning, I found out what the problems, imbalances had happened, and where balances had to be done. I used allopathy as a second opinion to verify my findings. And the next is the Sakshi Pramana, which all of you can see here. Here are just a few sharings, but around the world, thousands have experienced the power of body scanning and manifested it successfully, and even all of you will be able to manifest this power and all other powers as well. So now let us see a live demonstration of this power of body scan. So anyone who would like a body scan can put your comments in the YouTube comment section, and we will be doing a body scan for you. Yes, so Rahul Aswaniya has put, I'm interested in body scanning and to know what is the incompletion in wealth consciousness. Yes, Aya. Now I will be doing a body scan for you, Aya. Rahul Aswaniya. Yes. So Rahul Aswaniya, what I was able to see was that with manifesting money, you actually don't have a problem. You are manifesting money really well. But what I was able to see was even with that manifestation, you are still having some insecurity and some doubt whether that will be enough. You actually do have enough, and you, in a way, if you think, feel that it is a really good amount. But if you see deep in the future, it will be less. You have some doubts and fears and insecurities that whether in the future you will need, if it will be enough. So for that, the best thing that I was able to see as a solution, what Parmeshwar revealed as a solution, was to just unclutch every day. Just remember that, first look deep within and see that, find where the insecurity is, and remember that in your third eye, and with your third eye, just through the space of oneness with Swamiji, just complete with that incompletion and that doubt and insecurity. And that will help in your wealth consciousness. So this is what I was able to see for you, Aya, Rahul Aswani, Aya. And Marceline Yulami has asked for a body scan for your incompletion with food. Yes, Ma, now I will be doing a scan for that. So, Marceline, what I was able to see for you is that your incompletion or whatever you feel, it is not directly actually with food, but it is actually something with your body. So you feel, you have this, you are very conscious about your body, and with that is being projected on the food, and you are thinking it is incompletion with food, but it is actually your what you your incompletions or the things that you take for your body to be healthy, or even sometimes just to be you're very conscious about yourself, and due to that you feel sometimes that some type of food is not good or it's good or anything, and you're having incompletions with food, but it is not directly related with food. It is actually related to your body. And so I was able to see, just do completion with yourself, and you will see that your whatever you eat, of course, you should have a healthy diet, but you will not feel very incomplete about what you eat. You will actually feel satisfied. Even if you have less, you will actually feel satisfied with whatever you have. So this is what I was able to see for you. And if you're able to relate, you can get back in the comment section. And even Rahul Aswanyaya, you can get back in the comment section if you're able to. And yes, with that, I thank all of you who have joined us for this power manifestation segment. And we will now be moving to the further segments of this program, where all of us will be learning more about who Bhagwan Venkateshwara is. We will be learning about the world today versus Kailasa today, and about who Bhagwan Venkateshwara is. So let us first look at the world today versus Kailasa today. All of us know that in the world today, due to the pandemic and various other natural disasters, unnatural disasters, and a lot going on, the world is suffering. And so let us see what Kailasha has to do for the world during these times of crisis. So all of us, as I said before, all of us know that through a lot of crisis, and here you can see how 18 years of growth was wiped out in just 2 months. So here you can see a UK monthly GDP index, which shows how 18 years of growth is wiped out in just 2 months. And the ONS figure implies that the levels of total economic activity in 2020 was back down to where it was in 2002, implying that there was an astonishing 18 years of growth that seemed to disappear in just a year of 2020. And the spiritual solution, Kailasa, you can see that in the history of economy, the economic history, Hindus were contributing to over 40% of the world's GDP. And yes, now let us learn more about who Bhagwan Venkateshwara is. So Venkateshwara is one of the most powerful modern day incarnations that happened in Kali Yuga. Mahavishnu came down as Sheshadri and Bhudevi took birth as Padmavati. And they got married and stayed in planet Earth, on planet Earth with the body for at least 200 years, and created a beautiful kingdom, blessing the devotees with wealth, health, and all the auspicious things. And he decided to stand in Tirumala, making himself available to all devotees. Venkateshwara just became a deity. The very body of how he is standing now, he just became like that, the Archavatara. And the Archavatara means the incarnation in the form of a deity to receive all the worship and devotion of devotees. So Srinivasa became Archavatara, standing in Tirumala, embracing the whole world and the whole universe, showering wealth, health, and all the spiritual benefits. And Venkateshwara also has the Shri, which is Devi Mahalakshmi, the goddess of wealth and prosperity, within his chest. And there is actually just one jewel which Bhagwan Venkateshwara is wearing, which we are still not able to put any value for it. So on Venkateshwara's right chest, he is having the world's costliest jewel, and he wears it on the Vaikuntha Ekadasi day on the Srivatsam on his chest. And that jewelry is called the Vaidurya. So the Vaidurya diamond, if it is at least 1,000 years old, which is older than a normal diamond, supposed to have come out of that Bhagavan Venkateshwara is wearing. And here we actually have a story which describes the power of the energy field of empathy. So Ramanuja, who was a great enlightened master, was staying for many days in Tirupati Tirumala with his disciples. And one day Ramanuja was then getting ready for a pilgrimage back. He packs his bags and some food and walks all the way down for the full day along with his disciples. And in the evening, they reached the downhill and they began to open their food for eating. But they found a lot of ants in the food, so the disciples started cleaning all the ants so they could eat. But Ramanuja just stopped them and said, "No, don't do." He just packed the whole food safely, not leaving even one ant outside, and walked back all the way up the hill without having any food, especially in the night. All the disciples were wondering what exactly had happened. And after going to the top of the hill again, Ramanuja opened the food and said, "Now leave the ants here. Because we don't know how many janmas, the lifetimes, they meditated and did punya to take birth in the presence of Tirumala, the energy field of Venkateshwara. We have no right to take them out of this energy field and leave them somewhere else." So even when masters become deities, siddhas come to live around them in their presence. So when deities become masters, naturally all the siddhas and all the higher level beings come to live around them. And beautifully, Shastra Pramana describes about Bhagavan Venkateshwara, and it comes from the Narayana Suktam, verse 1. Sahasra Shirsham Devam Vishwakam Vishwashambhuvam Vishwam Narayanam Devam Aksharamam Padam. And the translation is, this universe is the eternal being, Narayana, the imperishable, the supreme, the goal, multi-headed and multi-eyed, omnipresent and omniscient, the resplendent, the source of delight for the whole. The Brahmanda Purana, which contains the Sri Venkatesha Sahasranama, 1008 names of Lord Venkatesha, is a conversation that occurs between sage Vashishta and sage Narada. And it also contains the Venkatesha Ashtotra Stotram, which is the 100 names of Venkatesha. And one of the verses from the Brahmanda Purana also says, Trite tu narasimho tretayam raghunandana dvapare vasudevascha kalo venkatanayaka. And the translation for this is, in the Krita Yuga, Lord Narasimha; in Treta Yuga, Lord Sri Rama; in Dwapara Yuga, Lord Sri Krishna; and in Kali Yuga, Lord Sri Venkateshwara, are called the Pratyaksha Daivams to living beings.
Venkateshwara is the very muscle memory of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism. In the words of Supreme Concept of Hinduism himself, describing the connection with Bhagavan Venkateshwara, I have a very strong connection with Venkateshwara. My mother came to know that she was carrying me when she was at a pilgrimage to the Venkateshwara temple in Tirupati. She did the Anga Pradakshina, the circumambulating the temple by rolling on the floor around it. And after that, she vomited. Usually people vomit after the Anga Pradakshina. They gave her the prasada, the consecrated food of the laddu, the fried Indian sweet. And after that also, again she started vomiting. Then the elders saw the pulse and confirmed that she was carrying. The first sweet I got is from Venkateshwara. I have a strong connection with Bhagavan.
And in the Vishnu Sahasranama, Parashakti verse 6, it beautifully describes benefits of worshipping Bhagavan Venkateshwara. It says, Yasha prapnoti vipulam yati pradanyameva cha achalam shriyam apnoti shreya prapnotyamuttamam. The translation is, he becomes endowed with great reputation and becomes the foremost amongst his kith and kin. He acquires undiminished wealth in this world and unexcelled prosperity in the other world, which is liberation. Bhagavan Venkateshwara bestows all the Ananta Kalyana Gunas, the divine auspicious qualities, and the one who worships him will be showered with abundance in wealth in all the other dimensions of life.
In today's darshan, Bhagavan Venkateshwara would be manifesting through the Nijavatar, the 1008 living incarnation of Paramashivoham, the supreme concept of the Jagat Guru Mahasantan, whose divine holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. You can receive the blessings and initiation to awaken the wealth consciousness in you.
So, in the Vedic tradition, we have two dimensions of wealth creation. First is the Shankanidhi, and then the second is the Padmanidhi. So, the Shankanidhi means conquered wealth, which is conquered from natural resources, and then the Padmanidhi is like a lotus created. So, the Padmanidhi is your gods representing wealth, Kubera and Lakshmi. So, Kubera hoards and holds wealth, and he sits on wealth like treasury and stock market, etc. Kubera enjoys the subtle power that holding wealth can bring. And Lakshmi represents the wealth that is flowing, circulating, which is like current. She uses wealth to enrich herself and the world. Lakshmi creates wealth effortlessly, uses it fully, and distributes it unconditionally.
In the Vedic tradition, there are two major gods that represent wealth. One is Kubera, and the other is Lakshmi. Kubera hoards and holds the wealth and sits on it. He is a treasure, the stock market. Kubera enjoys the subtle power that is holding wealth and that holding wealth can bring. Lakshmi represents wealth that is flowing, circulating, current. Lakshmi uses wealth to enrich herself and the world. Lakshmi creates wealth effortlessly, uses it freely, distributes it unconditionally.
So now let us see wealth creation in the Hindu way. So life can be equated to two things. One, the ability to achieve what you want in the inner and outer world. And two is getting stuck in both the worlds. So these are the only two equations.
Everybody wants wealth, but they do not increase the life in them to the level that they want to. Wealth can be equated to the life energy that is expressed in you. It is a straight equation because as a noun, a normal man has wealth as the first priority in the life. So if you do not have wealth, don't blame anybody. You are not expressing life in you. Life energy is not happening in you.
And creating wealth is an intrinsic part of life. Krishna says very beautifully in the Gita, Gahano Karmano Gatihi. The universe by itself, by its nature, works and works. If you have at least the goal of creating wealth, you will be creative. Your energy will be channeled properly. The first priority in life should be for moksha, enlightenment. Till that happens, the second priority can be creating wealth.
Creating wealth makes you non-violent because your whole energy becomes creative. Creating wealth brings tremendous interest in life and non-violence.
And wealth is not just an object or a thing to be achieved. Wealth is an extension of you. Anything that adds to you is wealth. The quality of your health you enjoy, the state of your relationship, the fulfillment you experience in your career,